Well, welcome. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you here. My name is Ethan. I work with Merced College, and I'm working with Greg today to help kind of tell you a little bit about a program that we offer with our career technical education side of Merced College, which is what I specialize in. We're going to talk today about the administrative office program, which is a program that we'll get to there, but we're going to talk about that today. And I'm just going to go through a little slideshow here. If at any point, you have any questions, throw it in the chat or write it down or something like that so you don't forget it, because I talk a lot. There's a lot of info on the slides. So there might be a long time before I can see your chat, or I might miss it or something. So anyway, okay, let's get started real quick. So this is kind of a spoiler alert. So this is our fast track CTE support team. I wanted to start here because I want to introduce myself. So again, my name is Ethan. I'm on the top left there. And what I am officially is an outreach specialist. So I do all of the promotions for our programs. And the other big part that I do for this program is I support anybody who enrolls in the program. So it's kind of like the VIP treatment here. You can see that little picture in the middle. It says support, advice, you just need help, you need some guidance or some assistance. That's what I'm here for, along with these other folks on the slide. So Sarah, she is exactly like I am. She is just another version of me. And Araceli is our CTE counselor. So there is a specific counselor that's built into this program. She helps you get your classes planned on there. She's there to, help you if you have any kind of concerns. She's kind of like, her and I work very closely together to try to get you the support you need. So she's a good resource in this program. But again, just a dedicated counselor just for these CTE programs. Mackenzie over there on the left, she's an assistant to Autumn on the right. So Autumn is the director of special projects and grants. She kind of organizes the whole fast track program. And she's kind of like our little leader, with Mackenzie there to support her and also to support us. So if at any point you were to join the fast track program, these would be your people that you would go to. Me in particular, I'm here, like I said, to support you. So the contact information is there. Feel free to take a screenshot or write it down. It'll come up again at the end of the slideshow, but just so you know, those are kind of us. That's our little team here to help you guys all out. So, okay, this is like words. This is a lot of words. I look at this now. So what is the Administrative Office Management Program? So what the heck is that? Because that really doesn't resonate. Like, what does that mean? Let me tell you before I read that whole thing. So to me, the AOM program is really a program that is going to build you in, let's just say a couple of ways. It's going to strengthen your technical skills in computers. It's going to strengthen your interpersonal and your relationship skills. So getting along with people, understanding how people work, learning about the business environment, how to write letters, how to behave in the office place, just so many things. So that's kind of like the gist for me. It's like, if you think about somebody who works in an office, that's what this program really is. So just to read that, so the Administrative Office Management Program, so what it provides training in is office and technology skills. So such as document preparation. So you have a document, and let's say you've never worked in an office or you've never written anything before. You might not ever have even written a letter in the regular mail. So this program, it teaches you how are documents supposed to look? How does a paper, a letter that you write, how does it look? What's the formatting? The next thing on there is storage and retrieval with electronic record keeping. So we're going to teach you how to organize your files, digital and physical files that you can hold in your hand. Retention, how long you should keep things. There's other things that go into that, but that's one of the big parts of working in an office. Integrated computer software applications. So that's just a fancy way of saying computer programs like Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. We're going to teach you how to use those and how they all work together so that you can be efficient in your work and get your make your kind of life easier in the office. Organization and scheduling, internet and intranet communications. So, when you're in an office, you have to be able to organize yourself. And this goes for your regular personal life too. Getting yourself organized, getting everything done. There's deadlines. So all of that stuff is going to be talked about in this program to kind of help you be successful in an office career. So this program is versatile. You can train for a degree, a certificate, or even if you already have these skills and you're just trying to brush them up and get them kind of refreshed, you can definitely do that in this program. We'll go into a little more about that later. But in general, this program it's really got all the options. It's not just one little thing that you can get. There's so many ways you can grow in this program. And the skills that you get in this program, they are not just for your professional life, they will also help you in your personal life. So these are skills that you can take kind of anywhere, in my opinion. You know, the technology skills, a lot of people, I would say, just in my general day-to-day, do not feel comfortable with computer, do not feel comfortable using email or a phone or anything like that. And so this program will help you to feel more comfortable so that you can be on board with technology, because really that is a lot of what goes on in a business. You have to be comfortable using technology if you really want to excel. Communicating effectively, interpersonal relationships, and the organizational, they kind of all go together. You know, we'll teach you, like I said, the different kinds of people that you might encounter in the workplace, toxic workplace environments, different personalities. And that's obviously gonna be able to help you in your personal life too. Now, look, hey, I'm not saying this is gonna help you like in your relationship if you're having a fight or something like that, but it'll make you more aware of, you know, how people behave and why they behave that way, and what you can do to make sure that things don't escalate, and just how to manage relationships with people. So that's kind of what this program is all about. Next slide. So our program has two kind of options. The big one that we like to promote is our fast track option. On the left side there, you'll see you want to get it done fast. So this is one of our, actually is our fastest program that we have, because you can get this done in just one semester. So if you were looking to get something done in a semester, which is about 5 months, you could jump in here and get this whole program done and get your certificate and be out of here with all those skills that I was just talking about. For spring and possibly beyond, depending on how coronavirus goes, this program is unique right now in that it is 100% online. It has never been this way before. Usually you have to go in person. And so if you're working or you have other commitments, that could be a problem for this, because this, you know, only limited amount of classes offered. So the fact that this is 100% online is really, really great. And because of that, they've actually increased the amount of people that can enroll in this program, because there is a lot of interest in it right now. So if you have a job or you have other obligations, family thing, this will not interfere with that. The third big thing about joining the fast track option is that you have us, the dedicated support team, me, Sarah, Araceli, Mackenzie, and Autumn. We are here to help you and give you that VIP treatment. We do so much more for you than you would have in just a regular class or a regular program. We are actually helping you fill out your applications for your certificate. We are checking in with you. We are having monthly Q&A sessions, so you can come ask us for help. Just way more VIP treatment than you would get in a normal program. And on the other side of that, if you're like, well, because this program is 19 units, so that's the maximum you can actually take in a semester. So if you're just like, that's too much, like I can't handle it, or I have, you know, a couple kids, or I have to work to support myself, you don't have to take everything all at once. You can do an alternate pathway, and you can take, you know, 1, 2, 3, however many you want. Because this program is available every semester. It's kind of unique in that way that you can take all these classes every semester. So other programs we have, some classes are only offered in the fall and some are only offered in the spring, but this one you can go every semester. So it has that flexibility if you want to just take a few classes at a time. And while you were doing it, maybe you can take some GE, general ed classes as well. That way you could build up to that degree instead of just having the certificate, which would be better, you know, for getting a job. But even if you decide just to take that slower pace and just take like the 1 or 2 classes, we still will be there to support you. So just because you're not in the fast track program, we will still help you out. Okay, so next up here, so this is like a sample schedule of what a normal fast track class would look like. And the thing is that this really doesn't apply to AOM right now, because like I said, it's 100% online. So this is what you would normally be doing in the program. You would be there Monday through Thursday, pretty much 8 in the morning until about 3:30 in the afternoon. So it'd be almost like a full-time job, which is why I say, because the program is 100% online right now, that is a really big benefit, because you are not scheduled to be online at any specific time. It's just whenever is convenient for you, as long as you're checking in regularly. So if you can only do it in the morning, or if you're a night owl and you want to be on there late at night, this is a really great opportunity to take advantage of this. The way the classes work is, so the program is 8 classes. but you are taking about 3 at a time with the same people. So we call that a cohort. Everybody in this program will be in the same classes at the same time. And so you'll be able to develop those friendships and study groups or whatever would help you to pass. You'll be in this program with the same people for the whole semester. And financially it is available. So that's a big thing. You know, even this, though this is a certificate program, it still has financial aid available to help pay the enrollment fees for your books and other things, whatever you would need to help you be successful in the class. So, or in the program. So that's just a little bit about the schedule of this program. It's online. It's so easy right now. There is no schedule. All right, next slide. This is a big one. So we're gonna spend a little time here. I gotta get a drink of water. So this is a breakdown, and this is a lot of information. On the left side, you'll see your first semester, AOP, which means Administrative Office Professional. What I've done here is I've shown you this is a 19-unit program, and I have listed the classes actually in the order that you're going to take them. So you'll start with the AOM 50C, which is learning to type, and then you're going to go down all the way to AOM 43, which is business communication. I want to talk a little bit about each one of these classes, just so you kind of get an idea about what you would do in these classes, since it's kind of vague, you know, well, learning to type. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I have to look at my little cheat sheet here because I don't remember them all by heart. So learning to type is very simple. That's an introduction to the keyboard, right? If you're not a good typist, they're going to teach you how the keyboard is laid out, how to put your hands on the keyboard, and they're going to help you work to get to a certain speed at a beginning level so that you can feel comfortable on the computer, on the keyboard typing to get you there if you're not already good at typing. AOM 56, office procedures. What this is you will learn about like the skills, strategies, and techniques that you will need in the office to perform like routine office procedures. It'll include office and interpersonal skills, which are those skills you use to communicate with other people, because you'll be working with lots of different types of people in the office. It'll teach you about time management, how to organize your time, how to get projects done on time, how to solve problems that may come up and think critically. That's really what that class is all about. The AOM 30, computer applications, that one's pretty simple. That one is where you'll get your technology skills. So that one is for Microsoft Office, and it will teach you how to use Excel, Word, Access, PowerPoint too, I wanna say. You'll learn all the basic Office programs and get a good, solid introductory knowledge on those. The keyboarding speed and accuracy, so that's like a follow-up to the learn to type, the first one. So at this point, you're starting like the second half, the second trimester or whatever of your program, the second third. You are going to build on those skills that you learned when you learned where to put your fingers, but this time they're going to start covering the keyboard, and they're going to want you to get used to it and start working on your speed so that you can get your speed up to a certain amount, because a lot of jobs will require you to have a certain amount of words per minute. And so what happens is they want to get you there and they'll build you up and do exercises. And then at the end of it, you will actually get a, you can get a typing certificate from this, as long as you can pass a certain amount of words per minute. Vert 51, so social media. Of course, social media is huge. That one's gonna teach you all about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, maybe TikTok now. I don't even know, they might've added that in there. So, so this is where you'll learn all about social media, its effects, how to use it in the office and what not to put on there when you're working in an office, and things like that. So moving down, document formatting. That one is, it's kind of in the name. So that one's pretty self-explanatory. It teaches you how to format documents and produce professional looking letters, memos, how to generate like mailing lists and things like that. So you'll be using a lot of Word in this class, and learning how to make things look professional, how to capitalize properly, things like that. The website development class, just like it says, that is a class for learning how to develop a website. It's just a very introductory level, but it teaches you how to plan, what kind of things would go on websites. So that one is there near the end of the program. And then the very last class, the AOM 43, this is a big class. So this one's a toughie for a lot of people. But what this does is business communication. So communication in business is extremely important. Like I said, you're going to meet a lot of different personalities, a lot of ways that some people are very short in their communication. Some people are very long-winded, like me. This teaches you how to respond in appropriate ways, how to listen, how to respond, nonverbal communication, rolling your eyes and things like that. Makes you conscious of this and teaches you how to react, and it does give you scenarios so that you can practice this. It also teaches you the difference in cultures and how to respond to maybe people, how between different cultures, responses can be interpreted differently. And you will be doing oral presentations as well in here to build on those skills. So that's the whole administrative office program. From there, you will have a good breadth of skills and knowledge to have a good entry-level job in really any office setting. Even to do kind of what I'm doing, this would be a great program if you're looking to do just any office work. So on the right side, and I won't go into too much detail on these, but just so you know, so this program does not end with this first semester on the left. On the right side, the second semester, this is your chance to turn this one certificate into up to 5. So we have stackable, they're called stackable because they build on top of this first one. So the second stackable that is very popular is the administrative medical office professional. So if you want to work in a front office medical setting, like a doctor's office, we have a medical coding and billing class that you can take that teaches you all about the diagnostics and the procedural codes and different insurance companies, how they bill, how to bill patients, all the things that go along with that. So that's a big one if you want to get into the medical side of the administrative office. This would make you really desirable for like a doctor's office to be able to bill. So that's the first stackable certificate that you can get. The second and third there, the virtual office professional and social media, this builds on that social media class from the first semester. So you've taken your social media class and you learn about social media. But now what they want to do is expand your ability to actually work on your own, like in a virtual office. Like for instance, pretty much what we're doing right now, working at home, right? Despite my background, I am not at the college. I am not, sitting in my chair in the middle of the campus. This will teach you how to organize your virtual office at home, how to be effective, and how to maintain and be successful pretty much in that setting. And then the very last one, the social media marketing and strategy, that is just building on the social media. So this one will teach you how to actually market your social media channels to make them better, more engaging, how algorithms work on certain sites that would pull up your posts more often and things like that. So this is what that really prepares you for. So you can just throw those 2 classes on there and get yourself 2 more certificates. And the very last one, and this one's so easy, it's like business information worker. So what this is designed with local employers in mind in the Merced area. We asked them what they wanted, and they gave us these kind of skills that they're looking for to teach their employees, skills they wish their employees knew. So we have classes like values and ethics, customer service, leadership, team building, and things like that. So you take 2 of these classes, and they are just little half-unit classes that meet 2 times. It's like a 2 times for like a couple hours, and then that's it. You take those 2 classes, and you've got yourself another certificate. So in just like 2 semesters, you can get 5 certificates, which is huge to be able to put that on your resume and to go into an office setting and say, hey, I already know how to do all this stuff, And so that's pretty much the entire AOM program right there, up to 5 certificates. And that's, I guess, about it on this page here. So let's move over to the next slide. So this is a really easier version of what I just said. So this shows you the different certificates that you could get. So you got your AOP, your AMOP, all those going down. So 5 certificates, right? Certificates are nice and everything. They're fast. You can put it on your resume. You can go to work. But what if you want to go really big? What if you want to take it to like the next level and get yourself something that will really like set yourself apart from other applicants who might be going for the same job? You can get associate degrees too in these 2 programs. Yay, yes. So the 2 that you can turn into AAs are right there at the top. So you got your administrative office professional and the medical office. So if you have an AA in those programs, like you're going to be a step above everybody else. And the way that you turn these into degrees is you have to add on the general education. So what that would be is that would be your English and your math, like maybe your history, a psychology class. So you take about, a couple more classes, and then you can get yourself a whole associate degree. Something to think about, you could add that in and be done. Usually an associate degree takes about 2 years. So you would already be done with a year with the two. So maybe, just another year and you can go out big. Something to think about. We've had people go out with all the certificates, all the associate degrees, and they're doing big things. So something to think about for sure. Okay, so this is all great, Ethan, right? What does this mean for me, a person who wants to get a job? A career outlook for this area. So let me first start by saying the United States, in case you do not know, is a what they call a service-based economy. So we provide, our country provides mostly like services. That is a big bulk of our output as a whole country. And this is exactly what this job would be part of. So you can see just on this list, this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This lists the different kinds of jobs that somebody in this program could get. There's, regular general office clerks, receptionists. You can work at the post office. That's a great government job. You know what I mean? You can be a bank teller with these skills. So these are great, good paying jobs, that you can support yourself on. And some of them are like government, and you can have some really strong stability in there. Some other ones, that you might be more familiar with, be like a customer service representative. You could work at a call center, for a bank or something. You can be a front desk coordinator at a hotel. That would be something. You can be a medical transcriber with those billing and coding, and you take some medical terminology classes. You could work transcribing doctor's notes, things like that. So there are a lot of options out there. I mean, it's just everywhere has somebody that needs to organize something. They have, the boss has to have an assistant. That's what you would be. People, someone has to be there at the front when people come in. Those are all high demand jobs. So the career outlook is very good. There's just a ton of places you can work, and some of them are very, very rewarding, personally and financially, honestly. So on that note, actually, one of our success stories that we have, so one of our students went through the program, and she did everything exactly the way that we told her to do. So she took all the program classes in this AOM program. She took the medical office class. And she went to all the workshops we have. We have workshops that I'll talk about later. She went to the resume workshop. She went to the cover letter workshop. She went to the interview skills workshop. And after all that, we looked over her resume. Everything looked good. So what she did is she actually sent her resume into the county, and she wanted to get a job because they had a job for like an administrative assistant at the probation, Merced County probation. And 3 months out of her graduation, after she had her certificate, she got an interview and actually even got hired. And this is in the middle of coronavirus, when things were really bad, when probably a lot of places aren't hiring because they're shut down or whatever. The county is still looking and hired her, and now she's got a great job there, just after being in the program for 1 semester. You know what I mean? So it can happen. It's real. We have connections with local agencies like the county or foster farms, places like that, where we can help you to get in there, to hopefully land a job. So it is real. It does happen. We don't just leave you hanging. People are getting actually employed from these skills that they're learning with us. So that's just one of our stories. I love her. She was so funny. But anyway, I digress. So something important to note that I really, really, really want to stress here is that for this program, not so much, I would say. For other programs like welding or auto, but I did look, this is real data. Okay, I went to a website who was be teaching like administrative office at a local school, and I pulled up and I wanted to see how much it would cost for you to go there. So even just ignoring the fact that the total cost is almost $25,000, okay, just look at the tuition and fees. So that's just the amount to actually get into the class, okay, $11,000. This is exactly the same program. I looked at the class listing and everything. It's all the same stuff that we would teach. Maybe they throw on one extra course, but it's very, very similar. So $11,000, like, how are you going to pay for that, right? And so you see, even on their list here on the left side there, it shows Like even with the grant aid estimated in the little parentheses of $2,979, you still have to cough up $21,000 after everything's all said and done. And that's just, it blows my mind. So at Merced College, like how much does this program cost? Even if you went all out, you went big and got all the 5 certificates, the enrollment fees that are $11,000 at this other school would only cost you like $1,200 here at Merced College. So that's like 10% of whatever they would charge you there. And financial aid is probably going to cover it all anyway. So like it says there, 85% or more, I think it's a lot more than that, actually receive some kind of financial aid. And you might not have to pay anything or very little, very, very little, like under $100 possibly for this. So that's something to think about before you think about maybe going somewhere else. Merced College is right here, and you could get it all for free. So definitely something to think about. And so financial aid, right? What do you mean for free? So this is just a quick overview. I don't want to go into too much detail. If you are graduating high school and you have never been to college before, Merced College is free for you for 2 years. The end. That's it. So all you have to do is be a California resident or a dreamer. So either you've been living in California and you graduated here, or you're eligible because you graduated high school here. And you have to be enrolled in 12 units or more, which this program is. This program is 19 units. So as long as you are that, you are getting the program for free. There will be maybe like $30 or $40 of some miscellaneous fees that you have to pay out of pocket, but $40 compared to 11,000, you know what I mean? So all you have to do to be eligible for that is to apply for online for the FAFSA or the CADA, depending on if you are like a US citizen, or if you are doing like a DREAM Act, or your, what do you call that? DACA. So that's all you have to do to apply for that. And it's free. It's free. And hey, if you've been here before, let's say you came after high school and you didn't know what you want to do and you failed or whatever, or you know someone who failed and they want to get back into school, there's another thing. It's almost exactly the same name, but it is different. So it's the Promise Grant. What this is it's pretty much the same thing. If you are eligible for this, then this will pay for your enrollment fees. So all that $1,200 I talked about earlier, all that would be paid for. The only requirement is, again, you have to be a California resident or AB 540, a dreamer. This one, though, it has different requirements. So usually you have to fall within a certain income range. If you or your parents make a ton of money, you might not be eligible for this, or you'll be eligible for less. There are other ways you can qualify there as well. If you are on food stamps, or you get Medi-Cal or things like that, you can also qualify for this program. And most people, like I said, about 80% of people do qualify for this. And again, all you have to do is do your FAFSA or your CADA application, and they will automatically figure out if you're eligible for this. Oh no, but I know I don't qualify for financial aid, Ethan, because I know, okay, I hear it every single day. I'm not gonna apply because I know I won't qualify. My parents make too much money. Okay, apply, just apply, because it's likely that you may qualify for something, okay? Don't like kick yourself or whatever. I don't know. Don't not apply because just doing that, you don't know. There's so many formulas, it's confusing. You need to apply, because the worst thing that can happen is that they will just say, no, you're not eligible. Okay, so I knew. And the application takes like what, an hour to do? So no worries. But if for some reason you do not actually qualify, because whatever, your parents are balling, or whatever it is, you know, that you have some kind of weird convictions or something, I don't know. There are other resources. So you can see there's a list here. So you do not need to be like having financial need necessarily to get scholarships. You can still apply for those. There is a big fat book that Merced College puts out that has tons of scholarships. They're based on your major, your talents, your community service, your grades in high school, extracurricular activities, whatever it is. So that is one way to get some money. We have student grants. Like right now, we have a student equity grant that can give you up to $300 for use at the Merced College bookstore to help you pay for your books. We have a laptop loaner program right now that's brand new. So if you do not have a computer at home, or your computer sucks, you can apply for a laptop loaner, and you will be, as supplies are limited, but as long as we have one, we will loan you a laptop for the whole semester that you can use. And this is a high quality laptop that will work for you at home. There are textbooks available at the Merced College Library, and these are in our instructor reserve. The instructors, the library gets a copy pretty much of every textbook that's been, being used on campus, and they have a copy in the library that you can have copies made of, or, well, you can't check it out right now because the library, you know, coronavirus, but you can have them make copies for you, and they'll make a copy of a chapter or two for you every week, and you can just do that, and it's free, no charge. So that's a great service that they're offering right now. Another place, like, you know, hey, there's other places, not just Merced College, WorkNet of Merced County, they can help you with your textbooks and your supplies, depending on, you know, our program does qualify. So what you would do is you would work with WorkNet, you go do an orientation there, you sign up and they tell you whatever you need to do. And it's possible they can help you to pay for your books, or if you decide to go in another program, they'll help you pay for your boots or your mask or whatever it is. They will also help you with career advising and help you connect you with a job. So they can also, I think, something like if you find someone that wants to hire you and they qualify, like they'll reimburse the employer up to 6 months to train you on the job or something, like, I don't know. It's like some incentive for them to hire you. Yeah, and so like that's a great service. Like take advantage of it. It's here, it's free, and we can connect you with them. I have a connection over there. Her name's Erica, and she'll be happy to talk to you about it. And if all else fails and there is just nothing and you're just, nothing can happen, you can always do a payment plan. You can sign up, and like I said, it's going to be, you know, however much money, and you can do that over whatever it is, 4 payments or something like that. So that's a last resort. All right, so we're getting near the end, but I do want to kind of reiterate. So why would you want to do a fast track program, right, instead of like a regular program? So the dedicated CTE counselor, that is a big one, okay? Our Sally is bomb.com. She knows this program like the back of her hand. She's been doing this for years, okay? So she can give you the heads up on how to get registered. Those stackable certificates I was talking about that you can add on, you can tell her, I want to go all the way, and she'll plan it all in your little student education plan, so that all you have to do is pretty much click register. We do, and she will do a lot of the work for you. So she's bomb.com like that, and super available all the time. Shorter time to completion, of course, that's a huge one, right? You can be done in 1 semester. That's it. It's like if you started in January, you'd be done in May, and you're done. You have that certificate, and you can go tell them, hey, I got all these skills and hire me. And they're like, okay. So that's a big benefit to this. You know, you don't have to be here for 2 years. That's definitely not required. You can get skills and go to work if that's what you want to do. The stackables, I beat that one to death. I'm not going to go over it again. Just know they are there. If you want them, you can go all the way. So this one I kind of touched on a little bit, career services workshops. We do have this. Before, we used to have these on Fridays because most of our programs don't meet on Fridays. We would reserve a room, and you would come in, and we will help you with your resume, your cover letter, and mock interview skills. So you can practice to kind of get used to how it would feel to be doing interviews if you've never had one before, or if you're just like me and you hate them and you're terrible. These workshops are built to help you to be successful. So our programs, in case you're not, you know, seeing the whole big picture, is we want you to get a job, right? We want you to get here, get you trained, and get you into a job. So that's why we provide, we work with the what's it called? The office that does this, the career services workshops or whatever, the office up there, to get these important things done. You got to have a resume. You got to have a cover letter. So we teach you how to do all these things. And if you take advantage of them, your chances of getting a job are so much more better. More better, so much better. Okay, the one down there, instructor involvement beyond instruction. So what that means is our instructors, okay, it's not just somebody who's there kind of regurgitating the book to you and trying to get you, you know, in and out and give you a grade. Our instructors usually have worked in the industry before. They have a good grasp, or they may still work in the industry possibly. And they have a good grasp of what's current, what's expected of you. And they are here because they are part of our program to train you to, like I said, get a job. So when the time comes where you're turning in your resume and we're asking them like, well, how are they in class? Like, what are their friendly? Do they get along with others? Do they take leadership roles? We take that information like very, very seriously. So their recommendations are very important to us. They also have connections in the community. So these are the people who might be actually able to get your foot in the door. So that is a big difference here in that we are all linked and trying to, like I said, get you a job. So they're more than just an instructor. They could be a partner in your career, in your future. And the last one over there, assistance with paid internships and employment opportunities. So this is a big one that Autumn does. Autumn, the director in the very first slide, she is in charge of this. So once you're going through all these career workshops and making your resume, you're sending them to her. She's looking them over, and the whole team, me and her and Sarah and all of them, we're looking at this and kind of putting our critiques on it. Once everything is done and we got your final product, we put it all together, she does. And then if she's got connections with people around in the area, then she's like, oh, I know for sure, like Alexis is the bomb and she turned in all her stuff and you know what I mean? Like she deserves this. And so I'm gonna put her name out there for this, job that came to us. And it's likely, that can really help you, especially to have a recommendation like that. It's not always about what you know. Sometimes it really is about who you know. Networking, that's very important. So take advantage of that and her services if you decide to join the program. Okay, interested in AOM? So all you have to do is call me or email me. And I'll put my information up here on the next slide. Again, space is limited. Now, AOM is kind of unique in that it's one of the programs that has actually grown significantly in this time because it is 100% online. So normally we only have maybe about 22 spots, but now we're up to about 35 and they will probably get filled. They will probably get filled completely. So if you're even remotely thinking about it, now is the time to act for spring because enrollment's already happening and we've already kind of gone through all the groups. So if you're thinking about it for spring, or even if you're thinking ahead in the summer and the fall, now is the time because you can already start applying for summer and fall. So if you're just like, I don't really know, Ethan, you didn't sell me on it, I need more info. Some good websites to go to are the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. If you have an idea of what kind of job you want to do, just go to Google, type in, receptionist BLS, and it's going to pull up that thing and you'll get all the information about the job, the pay, what the outlook is like for the job. Is it growing? Is it going to go away? So that's a really good website if you're like researching careers and you want to see some more information on it. And then, hey, local jobs, go on Indeed, go on Monster, search for the job you're looking for, you think that you might be interested in, and see what these places are requiring. Do they want you to have some kind of skill maybe that that you could be working on while you're in the program, maybe that we're not teaching, but you can work on it to grow it, or do you need a certain word per minute? You really got to work on your typing. So see what they're looking for, see what kind of jobs they're hiring, and kind of just educate yourself. But if you need help, you can always call me. And so again, if you didn't take my info, look at our little hands. This is our little team hand. If you want to take my number down, honestly, I would probably be the best person to contact because everybody else, you can if you want, but I present it to you, so I'm here. And if you signed in on the little sign-in sheet, we'll definitely follow up with you if you're interested and get you some more information on this program. Or if you're not interested in this program, we have other programs. So I can tell you about other programs in CTE, or if you don't want CTE and you want to do something like biology, by all means, I will help you with that too. You just got to let me know. So that's us right there. And that's it. That's it. So do you guys have any questions?